Hey everyone, and welcome to the Week 7 review, Week 8 preview. We are halfway through the season. I'm joined today by Joel Gibson, returning from an illness. Glad to see you back, big fella.
Me too. It was rough sledding last week, but we're back at it, and we're back to getting wins.
Excellent. I'm really excited that everything's okay with you, man. Truly, I was worried for you as well. Had best wishes for you in the video. I hope you tuned in for that one.
You crushed it, man. You did a good job riding solo last week.
All right, well, we'll get right into it. As always, we'll start with the champs matchup. Unfortunately, this week, I can't really celebrate a win. I do have the trophy here. That's the only thing that can console me in this time. No undefeated season again. It won't happen. There's next season. And then Dynasty. So likely in the keeper format, you're not going to see an undefeated season. Who knows next year? Cody could run undefeated. It could happen, but not this year. Congratulations to Adam. I tried to cycle as much as I could. I added as many games played as I could, but when you're down 4 full starters and you still don't get back up to the games played that Adam had, you're just not going to win. You're not going to win. So congratulations to Adam. This will be big, especially when it gets down to seeding. So big win for Adam on the road here as well. I did pick against myself, so I will take credit for that. Moving on, we'll just keep going. Matt at Neiman. Neiman wins. Matt is now 3-4. Oh, I am now 6-1. Adam is now 5-2. Matt is 3-4, and Neiman is also 6-1. He and I are tied at the top there. Glad to have that tiebreaker, that's for sure.
In between Matt and Neiman this week. Matt put up 10 double-doubles. Not bad. But both Adam and Neiman, they put up 800-plus points this week.
Yeah, there were 2 teams, and Doug put it on the messenger. I think it was Neiman and Kyle, who put up over 100 threes in 1 week, which is just absolutely absurd. Could you imagine if we see a 200 threes playoff? Like that is
crazy.
That is legitimately on the table, I think, this year. Wow, kudos to them. Shout out to Neiman for winning. Next matchup is your matchup. You beat Steven in a semi-close one. Steven's bottom is just not what your bottom is. So we basically had you win in this one. Anything to say to Steven?
Well, man, the cats I had you in, I definitely had you in. I know you haven't been fully focused on fantasy this season, but I still relish the win. I'll take it.
Excellent. Joel moves above 500. That win percentage is above 500 again. I know you're very excited. Next matchup is Doug beating Kyle. Kyle's in trouble here. I don't know what he's going to do. I know he's trying to sell a keeper spot to maybe fortify that bottom. Markkanen went down with a shoulder. It's going to be difficult to sell any pieces, especially to contending teams. That being said, he has assembled a decent team, but they're just not putting wins together. He's missing a lot of games played. And I'm not entirely sure he makes the playoffs this year. And with this team, if you don't make the playoffs, man, that is a rough go for sure.
If he doesn't make the playoffs, it's really hard to agree with you saying he put together a good team. Because his keepers were pretty solid to start.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh. He drafted, like, Tristan Thompson high. I forget where it was in the draft, but, like, if you have a solid core, you got to draft better. And that could be said for Steven as well. So, pulling no punches tonight. I'm bringing the heat. Doug moves to 5-2, and Kyle moves to 2-5. Again, that's a rough record right now, but still only one game out of the playoff hunt, so he's right there. It could go either way. Next matchup is Cody at Eric. Cody made his trade today with CJ, getting John Wall, I guess, as a keeper. I know that Cody's been trying to get that, or at least combo that with maybe Depot and go after a keeper. I thought about that, like just trading the whole backcourt. That's interesting. I'm still watching that. It's very clear that Cody is going towards next year. He gave me shit on the messenger this week because I keep saying it every week. Like, we're going to find out if this is the week that he's really given up. I'm declaring it now. I believe Cody has given up on this season.
Yeah. Anytime you let Eric beat you, I think you've given up on the season.
Cody will move to 1-6. Eric will move to 3-4, and he's in the playoff hunt. He's got those mean double doubles out there. He's putting up numbers. I know we're joking around, but he's definitely putting up big man numbers out there. That's for sure.
10.
Yep. Another 10 double doubles. Double doubles are going to be key. It's a good thing Drummond came my way. That was very nice. I just had to throw that one in there because I love me some Drummond. Last matchup this week was Simmons demolishing CJ 10-1. 10-0-1. I believe it was a tie. It wasn't. CJ won no categories. CJ selling off his team for parts. He moves to 1-6. Simmons moves to 5-2. This one was pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Simmons losing Wood was pretty big, though.
Yes, that is very big, and it's week to week. It's not just one of those days injury, and he could really get hurt in the playoff run right here. At least the higher level teams might be able to pick him off. And he's going to be starting back into that East soon. And without Wood, it's going to be pretty difficult. Teams like you, teams like Doug, Adams, no joke. I would definitely not want to be going in there with that injury, that's for sure. We still don't know about Triple J. There's a lot of question marks on Simmons' team. If they come around, great. If they don't, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Here we go again. You know, the narrative that I have been pitching is really coming to fruition, and it kind of sucks. I'm excited about it, but I'm saying it sucks for him. That's all. The rankings real quick, pretty straightforward. Record basically helped me out on this one. I'm still number 1. Neiman is number 2, only because I have the tiebreaker. We both only have one loss. Number 3, I have Adam. He just beat me. He also has the tiebreaker against Doug. Simmons beat Adam. So an interesting little three-way going on in the East there. Doug is number 4 at 5-2. And a lot of that has to do, like I said, Adam beat Doug. Adam also beat me, and I beat Doug. So moving Doug to number 4 is okay there. Simmons is at number 5. The Wood injury is the biggest thing. He did beat Adam, but Doug also beat him. A good record, 5-2. You're next at number 6. You're the only 4-3 team. Very straightforward. So top 6 for you. The last 2 playoff spots, Matt is at 3-4, and Eric is at 3-4. So I have them at 7 and 8 in the standings. Kyle at number 9, 2-5. If he can get a trade to come through, I'm just not sure. Eric's going to be a tough out of the playoffs. So Kyle's in a very rough spot right now, for sure. He's sold out for this year. Next year's not looking so great on the picks. He is in a rough spot right now. A very rough spot. Not one that I'm envious of. Next one is number 10. I put Steven here, mainly because the bottom 2, Cody and CJ in that order, have both given up on the season. I don't believe that Steven's given up. I think that he's going to try to make a playoff run, and I hear there might be a big deal in the works. So we'll see if maybe a changing of the guard can really get Steven back into it. I know Greek has carried me to a championship. So I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to tamper or anything as the commish, but let's get something done. That's all I'm saying.
Selling it.
Also, in case I didn't say it at the top, Adam ended my 58 week win streak. The longest running continuous win streak from season to season is Joel Gibson. He had 64, so I was 5 weeks off. It is a bummer. I still like to argue that the 12 weeks in the summer that you got really helped you out with this one. A correction win happened in the middle of this run. Shout out to Doug, I believe, on the correction, or was it Cody?
Cody.
Shout out to Cody on the correction win to continue that streak. 64 straight weeks. I don't know that anybody's ever going to touch that. I got damn close, though.
Close, but I'm untouchable.
Getting into week 8, a couple good matchups right off the top. Modest at Simmons. Simmons is 5-2. Modest is at 6-1. This is a big week for both of us, if I'm honest with you. I'm clinging to that number 1 spot now. I don't have any games to hold back. I don't know what's going to happen with Simmons. What do I want to say? Wood is out. Anobi is out for him as well, at least right now. For me, Aldridge is out. We don't know about that hip. I have just as many people injured as Simmons does. So it's going to be interesting to see who can do a little bit better on the waiver wire. I think that's really where this matchup's going to be won. This week I'm picking myself only because I can't pick Simmons over me. It'll never happen. I'm going to go ahead and go me.
Looking at it, he's down JJJ, Anobi, Nurkic, and Wood. And then you were down
Nance, Aldridge, Wendell Carter Jr., and Wiseman.
Kind of, well, at least it's 4 for 4. I actually am going to pick, I think I'm still going to pick Simmons.
Okay. You just don't believe I'm going to get that triple-double. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
I don't know what to tell you. I think it's time for a new streak to start for you.
Well, it's been a while since I've lost 2 in a row. I'll say that. It's been a long time since that's happened. Next matchup is Neiman at Doug. This one I'm really excited for. Doug played very well against me. Neiman played very well against me. Doug was really injured. Neiman was more full power, but we both were. I think that, oh man, I really want to say Doug is going to win this matchup. I hate going against Neiman. Joker's been a little missing on these TDs, although he had a 50 burger the other night. Just absurd. Kyrie's back for Doug. Mitchell finally showed life. I think I like Doug at home here, and it also would greatly benefit me if he could also beat Neiman this week. That'd be very helpful. Please, Doug.
Neiman, he's a little healthier, I think.
You're going with Neiman. He's a little healthy. That's all right. And here's the thing. If Neiman wins, it's because I picked Doug. If I picked Neiman, Doug was going to win. I don't know. I can never pick Doug matchups. It's a curse that I have. Next matchup is going to be Eric at Joel. We're going to see how strong Eric's team really is. I'm more looking for the final box score against the two of you just to see how good Eric's team can actually be. I'm going to take you at home here. Eric doesn't really have a triple-double threat unless you count Capella with the blocks. It's interesting because Eric's in another tough spot here where do you go for the playoffs? Trade deadline's only 3 weeks away. Or do you start building up for next season and kind of call it quits? Him and Kyle, where Kyle doesn't have the option, Eric does have the option. I know there's a lot of buyers out there for what Eric could be selling. I'm going to pick Joel at home, obviously, but I'm really interested to see these final scores.
Yeah. Myself, if for no other reason, Murray is questionable this week. Jaylen Brown is questionable, which I feel like if any player is going to, or if any player not playing is going to help Jason Tatum, it's going to be Jaylen Brown. So that directly helps me. And Russell is also day-to-day. So those are three pretty big guns for him. Overall, I just think I'm a little bit more even.
Yep, I tend to agree as well. He definitely has you in big men stats. There's no doubt about that. That being said, I still think you pull it out. Next matchup is Kyle at Adam. I always look forward to these two playing every year. So I'm really excited to see this one. Adam could really put Kyle in trouble here, and I think he's going to. I'm going to pick Adam at home.
Yeah, him too. This season has not gone how Kyle hoped it would.
No, it has not. Next matchup is Steven at Matt. Now, Steven has Harden, so the triple-double is there. Matt kind of has the counter with Simmons. Paul George has been playing okay. I think he sat, though, recently, if I'm not mistaken. I'm still gonna take Matt at home. I think this kind of might be the backbreaker for Steven this week. If he loses here, it's very unlikely that he makes it to the playoffs. He'll likely move on from Harden and Booker. I would like that to be done sooner rather than later. And that's just not if it's going to me. That's if it's going to anybody. I would like to know the lay of the land sooner rather than later to give me enough time to maneuver should I not win that one. Yeah, I got Matt.
As well.
Matt as well, okay. And then the last matchup is an interesting matchup only because if I were both of these teams, I would play nobody this week. CJ at Cody. CJ's number one pick. And you've got to be just excited as hell about this matchup. CJ's the away team. If he decides to sit nobody, he loses this matchup. Cody wins, and it becomes a sure thing that you hold at least 12 pieces of paper for next year's draft. I'm gonna pick Cody to win this game. Like I said, there's no real reason for CJ to play anyone, and even if he did, if Cody set his lineups, Cody would win this matchup. You might even see Cat return this week. So, Cody going for that second win.
Cody as well, and I'm just going to mention that CJ pick is a awfully tasty trade chip. Just, to anyone who might be interested.
Yeah, all right, well, let's just remind everybody that that's pick 37. All right, that's pick 37. Let's not all get crazy and put it in that top 12 value or anything like that. It is pick 37, first pick of the fourth round. We need this to be extremely clear to everyone that might want to know about it.
It is the first pick of the draft, though. Pretty interesting. There are a lot of guys still available, and there are a lot of bad keepers in this league. I'm amazed at what you will find. I had the last pick in the draft, and I got Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet, who's been like a top 25 player this year. It's crazy. you will fucking crush it if you're smart and not Kyle.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Oh my gosh. All right, the last thing is just that the trade deadline is March 1st at noon. That's a Monday. As I said last video, I think that I said it was going to be the 28th, so I do want to clarify. I know I put in the messenger this week. ESPN won't let me pick the 28th. I have no idea why. So it's going to be Monday, March 1st at noon. The trades must be accepted by then, meaning processed in ESPN, approved, accepted, but it can go into the 24 hours of review. Just remember that if your trade gets vetoed, if you try to do it at the last second, you won't be able to submit a new trade. All right, I don't want that coming up where, oh, what if I throw this pick? No, only trades with their terms that are posted before the deadline, before noon, are going to be up for consideration at all at the deadline. I remember last year, trades were flying everywhere at the deadline. One of the funnest deadlines that I can remember was last year. I think this year might actually top it. And so I'm very excited. There's a lot of pieces up in the air. There's a lot of teams that are starting to fall out. A lot of teams starting to realize they might have a real shot at it. Man, I'm just excited. I've never been so excited in a week where I lost.
I think you may be one of those teams who thinks they has a shot at it.
I think I might be. Yeah, that's a good observation from Joel Gibson there. I am one of those teams where all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I might just have a shot at it. We'll see how it goes, though.
I hope you're wrong.
I sure hope I'm right, buddy. As always, again, I'm glad that you're healthy, man. Glad to have you back on the video. Anything else?
Have a good week. Thanks for holding it down last week.
No problem. Everybody have a good week. If there are any questions, let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you at the end of next week.